And now Iowa Democrats say they are returning to the state excited to campaign for Harris.
KCCI's Pepper Papura talked with Harris's former Iowa campaign chair. Pepper.
Well, Ben and Stacy, Deidre DeJear oversaw Harris's run for the presidential bid in 2019. She says Harris invested herself in Iowa during that campaign, but now Harris has a few months to campaign since taking over the Democratic nomination last month. Iowans may have to decide their vote without seeing Harris stop in Iowa. Before she was the Democratic Party's presidential nominee, Kamala Harris was meeting Iowans. From Des Moines to Cedar Rapids.
She wanted to start in Iowa. She also wanted to make sure that she had a presence in South Carolina as well. And she really dug deep in those two states.
Since she made her bid for the presidency after Joe Biden dropped out of the race, Harris has not returned to the Hawkeye State to campaign. KCCI political analyst Dennis Goldford says focusing the campaign's resources elsewhere is strategic.
There are bigger states in terms of electoral votes where they need to spend a lot more time and resources.
The former chair of Kamala Harris's 2020 presidential campaign, Deidre DeJear, says voters should expect fewer opportunities to meet Harris.
When I talked to folks earlier today, I let them know that the likelihood of us seeing what we had previously seen in presidential races is probably not going to happen.
Leaving Iowans to form an opinion of Harris based on her time in office as vice president and previous interactions on the campaign trail.
What that represented was her first trial run at what it's like to be a candidate in national politics.
DeJear says voters should maintain their impressions of the candidate they met in 2019.
Iowans know her. She is true and true. She hasn't changed. She's grown. She's bloomed. She's blossomed. And if you can look at that sparkle in her eye, she is that joyful warrior committed to fighting for freedom.
Dennis Goldford says the Harris campaign has evolved.
The change from 2019 to now is really quite remarkable. That's not to say it's not honest or it's artificial, but it is a pretty remarkable change, a much more solid and self-assured campaign.
Despite the lack of campaign stops in Iowa, DeJear says she believes Iowans will turn out for Harris.
I just left a rousing room of Iowa Democrats who are fired up, who are committed. Their cup is running over at this point in time. And as soon as they get back to Iowa, they are going to allow that overflow to connect with every single one of Iowa voters that they can possibly connect with.
But only the ballot box will tell if the change matters to voters not towing a party line.
The independent voters, will they find her attracted at all?
And Harris does not have any campaign stops publicly scheduled in Iowa before the election. But tomorrow, a Biden-Harris cabinet member will visit Des Moines after multiple tornadoes devastated Iowa communities earlier this year. That visit is for official administrative business, not campaigning. Ben.
Okay, Pepper, thank you.